Hello, everybody. Welcome back to American Truck Simulator once again. A big thanks to SES for sending me an early access to Missouri that will be releasing very soon. Missouri is my home state. I'm super excited for this one. And here we are in Kansas City. You can see downtown Kansas City on our right over there. We're going to fire up the truck and pick up forklifts, and we're going to be going to St. Louis, Missouri, my home city, born and raised, today. And those are our forklifts right there. So let's go ahead and pick these bad boys up. You're going to see me getting thrown around in the seat a little bit today. That's my next level racing chair. That's got a motion platform underneath it there. And then that unit right there is from ATSaccessories.com. That's what I use for that. And not sponsored or anything today, but this is the Thrustmaster T818 and all that. I'm sure I get, I'm going to get questions about everything I'm using, so I'm just letting you know right now what I am using. All right, we're just going to pick this thing up right here and get on our way. I'm super excited. I have not tried out any of Missouri yet. I've been waiting for y'all. Good to be back at American Truck Sim. I'll be starting from scratch on my mods. No mods today. Again, this is work in progress. All right, nice and easy here, backing up onto the trailer. Come on, a little bit more there. There we go. This should pick it up, no problem. A little bit further. There we go.
Here we go.
Yep, we'll do a tug test here real fast, put it in low. And yep, it's in there, sweet. Let's go ahead and pull that. We're gonna go ahead and couple the trailer up. So cool to see the Missouri flag flying in American Truck Sim, man. Just fantastic to see. All right, let's go ahead and push our brakes in there. Wait for that sound to go away, which it did. Put this thing into gear. I just use the clutch to get into gear first, and then what we do is we float the gears. So I'll come to like 1500 here and then let it drop down and we'll go into second. But I'm not using my clutch foot, as you can see. So you can float gears in American Truck Sim. A lot of people ask me all the time what I use whenever I'm driving. But I know we've taken a long hiatus from American Truck Sim. It will be returning to the channel. I was waiting for Missouri to come out. And basically, I was waiting for 1.54 to be closer to where it is now for performance reasons. And it's doing really well. So far, so good. I have no complaints there. But very excited to have Missouri. Like I said in the beginning, it is my home state. So I actually know quite a bit of these areas. Everywhere we're going to be driving today, I have been in real life for the most part. Yeah, we'll turn right up here once we get out of here. We're going to be, looks like on the north side of Kansas City. That's what it looks like to me. You going to open up the gate for us here? I'll just use my clutch in on that. That's fine. There we go. Sweet. Let's go. Let's get our forklifts across the way. We're not carrying any hazardous material, so I'm just going to go ahead and switch my gear right now. Looking that way.
Right.
And that way. We're good. Sweet. Yeah, we don't have to come to a complete stop for that reason. Any cars coming from that way? Doesn't look like it. I'm using Track IR to look around. It's not the most ideal setup. Track IR is just, it's always a pain in the butt, man. Like, can't explain it other than the program, what it does is it hides itself and you have to maximize it again. So whenever you launch the game, it's all messed up and then you go back and change it, and then it's like good luck getting it to pop up again so you can make the adjustments. It doesn't just work like straight like you think it would. All right, we're at the train yard here near Farmer's Barn. We're making a right turn here. And we're going to get on Highway 70 probably more than likely and head directly to the east on 70 from Kansas City. A drive I've done in real life many, many times.
Get ready to turn left.
No trains coming. Yep, making a left up here. All right, we're gonna run that light a little bit. That's okay, not the end of the world. Can we please go into fifth gear? I'd really appreciate that. There we go. All right, we're in 6 low. I do have an 18 speed in this bad boy. So that's what we're going to be rocking with today. We're going to kind of take it easy and slow so we don't miss a lot of the details here today when you get in the left lane. And this should be highway, this is 29. Okay, I know where we're at now.
Get ready to turn
There's the
left.
KC Arena right there in front of us on the right. This is so exciting. Missouri, baby. It's happening.
Turn left.
Yeah, we're going to turn left. Don't worry.
Keep left, and then turn left.
Floating the gears down all the way. I'm not
Turn
be able to
left.
see the dang light here. I have to go to the outside view to see that. And there's our green light. Let's get rolling here. Over-revved that one because I was in the outside view. Let's roll with 4th here for now. We come up through our gears. Now I can use 5 high if I want. That's the nice thing about having an 18 speed, man. You have that power when you need it. So we're getting over one more here to the left.
Keep left.
This interchange can be a little tricky. We want St. Louis Joplin. Yes, we do. There we go. Now we're in 7 high. We'll go into 7 low. Or sorry, 8 low. And we merge to
Keep left.
70.
And then turn left.
All right. We're going to do exactly that. But yeah, I have a lot of
Turn left.
upgrades I'm going to be making to the trucking rig for the most part. It's not bad. It's just it needs some tweaks. I need more power under the hood, honestly. This is my oldest PC setup. Well, not the PC itself isn't old. The graphics card in it is the older one compared to my other rigs. All right, now we're getting on the highway. See anybody there? We're coming on over. Yeah, no mods or anything for traffic density and all that. We're just going to be rolling with the stock stuff. Way station 1 mile, but will we have to go in? That is the question. I have a feeling we will. I have a feeling we will. I'm going to find out right now. Yep, of course we do. That's all right, our first one. Just enjoying the sights here, man. I know what way station they modeled this after.
Finding a new route.
I have seen this one before. We don't need to find a new route. We're just getting off the highway for a way station. Are you crazy? Come on now. And this one, you can just roll it real slow. Roll it real slow here. Keep it in 2nd gear, and then we'll go into 1st gear. Why not? And we slowly roll this and hit enter. There we go. We're good. Just like that. All right. Now we can skip gears if we want to. There we go. I did see that SES is currently working on the sounds again for the game, which is really good to see. What do we got here? We got Higginsville and Warrensburg, Highway 13 right there, exit. That's where that truck stop is right there. just like in real life. But yeah, they're working on the sounds, which this truck in particular needs it the most. It's got some real default sounding things happening here today. All right, we're doing 70 now. And we're in 8 high, so we're just rolling around here. You see the highway is pretty accurate as far as how beat up it is. 70 can beat you up pretty good sometimes. All right, so I see how they have this compression, because you leave, you have like the Kansas City Royals and stuff, or sorry, the Kansas City Chiefs. So they're on the right side before you get out here to this exit. So that's something that's going to be interesting to see, is that, you know, I've seen the map compression on a massive scale since I started playing American Truck Sim, but with this being my hometown, it's going to be wild to see the difference, especially how fast we're going to get to St. Louis from Kansas City on Highway 70.
Left.
In real life, this is a 4-hour drive. We'll stay on the highway. We're not leaving the highway yet. And I want to see how fast we get to Columbia, because Columbia is kind of that middle point, you know, just north of Jefferson City. We got up here road work. Okay. 50 miles an hour. That'll work right there. Man, after all these years of playing American Truck Sim, the home state here, this is wild to see. Oh, here we go. This is the bluffs up here on the right. I know exactly where this is. It's a really pretty drive between Kansas City and Missouri on 70, especially when you get just outside of Kansas City. In this area right here, this is where the bluffs are. Now, I know they have the Lake of the Ozarks all modeled, Bagnell Dam and all that stuff down south of here. That's all modeled. But yeah, these are some big elevation changes in the Ozark Mountains on the west side of the state. There's a barge right there. Very nice. I mean, they're nailing it. Road construction in Missouri is just kind of an ongoing, you know, a running joke that any time of year you drive on Highway 70 or 44, it's under construction somewhere. Columbia, so we're in Columbia now. All right. Yeah, that's fast. To go from Kansas City to Columbia so quick is jarring. But they got the feel, like this exit here, I've been on this exit so many times, Stadium Boulevard, they got the feel down like perfect. Right there is the exit I took when I went storm chasing up in Kirksville, which Kirksville's in the game as well. Oh, we're low on fuel. That's not good. We're gonna have to stop and get fuel. Probably should have stopped there, to be honest with you, but we'll just put it in 8 high and let's just sip some fuel for now. We're in a 60-mile-an-hour zone, so that's fine. It works out. This is so wild to see, though. This whole interchange looks just like the real thing. All right, we got Jefferson City here. Do we have anything around us for fuel? I really don't know. I don't think so. We'll see if they have anything further towards St. Louis here. Because now we go from Columbia, then we go to, okay, there's a little spot there. I don't think we could have stopped there, though. Nothing we could have stopped at. Well, it looked like a gas station there. But we get to, like, Warrenton and all of that, and then to St. Charles, and then we get into St. Louis where the airport is, and I'm not expecting any of that to be accurate at all. All right, we got gas coming up here, so we're lucking out. Got a gas station coming up. I know where that water tower is, too. I've seen that. This is weird. It's very compressed. All right, we have a truck stop up here. The Oxvasi exit. 54 will take you to Jefferson City. There's the Ron right there.
Let's find a new route.
Oh, shut up. Got Mexico to the left there.
And then continue straight on.
I have been up that way to Mexico, Missouri when I worked as a contractor building play systems for Rainbow.
Go straight on.
We built a whole thing for a church up there. That was a heck of a job, let me tell you. Nobody's coming, we're good. Here's the truck stop over here on the left. Let's get out.
Recomputing.
Yep, you can recompute all you want. We're getting over. I'm not going to Gallon Oil. We're going to go to this one. To the New Fusion Travel Plaza. Oh, that's cool looking.
On.
I was really trying to get to St. Louis before the sun goes down. That's the thing about this game, man. You're kind of like thrown to the wolves as far as like your experience with getting a job, what you want to take, all that. And I know there's mods out there for all that stuff, but I'm talking about the bare bones game. There's never enough jobs. Like, to go to Kansas City to St. Louis, there was one job option. Otherwise, I would have to sleep and all that. That's another thing. We could turn on sleeping. Fatigue is off, as usual. I could turn that on and we could sleep, and then we would be, operating during the day. I don't even care if we would be late, to be honest with you. It wouldn't be that big of a deal to me. Okay, we want trucks. Which way do the trucks go? Up ahead? What are they saying?
Never mind. I'll find a new route.
Yep, straight ahead. Yeah, the AI voice is something else. There's a truck wash there.
Make a U-turn.
There's a whole gas station right there on the left, too. We're going to Fusion today, baby. We're going to Fusion, baby.
Make a U-turn.
There's the fuel island.
Okay.
Looks like we go in that. Shut up with the new route. Good Lord.
A new route.
All right, truck service, oil repair, all that stuff.
Make a U-turn. Let's find a new route.
We're not going to. We're just doing this. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of fuel islands over here. This is kind of cool. It seems weird. It seems like you would go around that way in real life and then come back this way through the fuel island. This game likes to throw the fuel island at you opposite sometimes. And I could be wrong about that. Shut up. All right. Well, we didn't run out of fuel, so that's good. Kill the engine, and let's fuel this thing up. We're near Oxvossy here in Missouri. Filling our tank up. We're going to get back on 70. We should make St. Louis before nightfall. We should. All right, $629 in fuel. We are owner-operators, so that was our own money. Let's fire it up. Push that down. Let's get our lights on here. Lights on for safety. And we'll continue on our journey here. See, it seems weird to go out that way. It seems like you would come in from the right, and then you go into the fuel island that way, and then straight out to the street. That's how it would be in real life. You would not have pulled in the way I did. I mean, I guess there's a way around it. We could have come down here and then turned around and went through the fuel island the correct way. That's what we should have done. In hindsight, but that's all right. Whatever. All right, let's try to get on the highway before too long here. Roll our windows down a little bit here. I'm going to shut up. We'll listen to the sounds of American Truck Sim, and I'm just going to drive a little bit. I'll talk to you when we get closer to St. Louis. For those of you that don't want to listen to me.
right.
Missouri Trooper. That's cool to see that. We don't have to go in there. I know this exact way station we're at here because we're getting closer to St. Charles and all that. This way station I've actually had to pull over before when a storm was rolling through back in the day. Couldn't drive through it. It was like tornado warned, but I was working as a contractor. I wasn't chasing at the time, so that was a wild one. Right over there on the left is where we pulled over. I know exactly where we're at. And I wonder how they have this road curved, because it gets weird. We're getting close to the Chesterfield Hannibal 1, so we're 1 mile from the exit. Here's the exit here to, like, between here, that's a pretty big gap. There's no Warrenton or anything like that. And this is the exit that takes you to Lake St. Louis. You go north to, it'll take you to Hannibal, but also takes you to Troy, Missouri, and all that. St. Louis discovered. But this exact intersection is 1-to-1. That's exactly what it looks like. Lake St. Louis is over there on the left, and that takes you down to Highway 64 that cuts through the other way. But we're going to continue this direction. We're going to be in a 65 through here. Let's turn our cruise control on at 65. And here's the bridge. Oh, yeah, so we're in St. Charles now. That is the Ameristar Casino there. And this is the bridge. Oh, man, this is crazy. Looks just like it. It's so compressed. And then that's the Missouri River here on the right. And then there's Harrah's Casino there, and then the UMB Bank Pavilion and all that. Really cool. So now we'll be coming up on the 270 interchange. I want to see if they had 270 on here. Sorry, car, I'm getting over. Our cruise control off. Kill that on up there. We're getting off here in Earth City, actually. Welcome to St. Louis sign. Looks just like the real deal. That's so cool.
Turn left.
Oh, we got the green. We're going to keep on rolling, baby. You know it. All right, let's make the left turn here. Wow.
Keep right.
I'm trying to find out where we're at now.
On.
Like, that's like we're getting closer to downtown there, but this would be the Earth City exit slash 70 that takes you all the way to downtown. But oh, that was my fault. I missed my shift on that. But it's super compressed, so this might be like the Kings Highway area, it looks like, almost. Could be.
Go straight on.
We'll go straight on. I'm seeing if we can see downtown from here. We can't. We're gonna go see it afterward. You know, after this though. Don't worry. It is on the list of things to do. I'm trying to see where we're at here. Yeah, this kind of looks like North County, St. Louis a little bit, where we're at now. Where we're headed. So we got a big gas station here on the right. Some other stuff on the left. Some railroad tracks. Okay. Yeah, it's so compressed. It's almost hard to tell, you know, where we're at, where we're going.
Turn left.
All right. Made it to our destination. Then we're gonna go explore a little bit of St. Louis. All right. Should be just enough here. Here to pick it or dropping off. Probably need to tell them. Yep. Security check. Okay. Going in over there on the right, it looks like. No, we're going straight ahead. Into the yard. All right. To save us all a little sanity, I'm not going to use my 4 ways in the yard right now. I normally would, but that default blinker sound, no. Just need to find out where we're dropping off at, which is up here on the left, it looks like. This is so cool to be in St. Louis, my hometown. Sounds like dirt back here. It's bumpy. I can definitely feel that in the motion platform. Oh, right there is where we're going to be dropping. Okay. This is pretty much a straight back. We just kind of go straight this way, set up, come up this way, and then around. That's the plan of action I have right now. This is not a very long trailer, you know. Actually, we could go around this way and then cut around. We're going to do that instead. That way I don't have to pinch the trailer so hard. Since it has 3 axles on it, you know. Good to be back in American Truck Simulator. And then whenever they release this, I'll be doing a convoy stream on my Fabiano Live channel on YouTube. I stream there Monday through Friday, and then also on twitch.tv/jfabiano. You have a couple options to catch us live. You can even join us for a convoy of Missouri when it releases for the release party. All right, this is better, closer, warmer. Let's just get the trailer pointed in the right direction here. Now, I'm a little rusty. I haven't done this in a minute, you know, so you're gonna have to bear with me here. How hard could it be, right? Wow, I really love that they fixed the FOV mirror issue. You remember every single DLC that's come out? I said that was my wish, was to have an FOV that is more representative of real life. It's not bad. I mean, let's go ahead and fix this. It would have been in there just fine, but I had to overcomplicate it for some reason. And we're favoring the far right side here, so let's actually pull our trailer a little to the left this way, and then to the right, just like this, and then straighten it out. There we go. It's a nice little S-turn trick there. And now we can watch our nose on that stuff over there, which we are looking good. I mean, we're going to be favoring the right side of this drop, but You know what it is? It's because the drop spots are like never lined up with the doors. They're like too narrow compared to what you think it's going to be, so it throws you off a little bit. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're just going to go with what we got here. There we go. Awesome. Pull that, and we'll detach. See what we got here. We got an excellent 227 miles, 6 hours, 5 minutes, 41.4 gallons of fuel consumed. Wonderful. All right, it's the next day, and I stopped here at this gas station just near where we dropped off. There's downtown St. Louis. You can see the FBI building from here, and you can see the arch just peeking out back there on the right. So we're going to go continue down 70 and see what that looks like, and then maybe hop on 64 even and do the famous bridge that takes you across the river, the Mississippi River, into Illinois, where you can see St. Louis in the background. That's what we're going to try to do here today. Maybe even get a nice picture or three. So it looks like they don't have Highway 64 from what I'm seeing. So I'm interested to see how they're going to get us over to Highway 44 when I zoomed out there on the map. We're going to find out shortly how they have this set up. But it is right. It curves down and goes into St. Louis. So the city would be right off our nose right now over there, which it is currently. And we would have a big, huge curve to the south to 44. So I want to see how this is modeled. All right. It says 1 mile, so it's going to be a quick little deal here. See how they have this. All right, 44 south, that 70 to this. Illinois, 64 to, yeah, Illinois is this here. So yeah, this is the exit, the new one that takes you over the Truman Bridge and all that. We're gonna do it and see if we can. There's the okay. Oh, we can't. Okay, we cannot do that. So just kidding. I should have known better. I'm just, you know, excited. Should have known better. That was not an option for us. Poor truck. Hit an invisible wall today. But this is the highway that goes around, and then it goes underneath where the church and all that is, where the arch is. But it doesn't look like they have it. Maybe they have a highway a little further south that goes across, because I know they've shown it before. There's the church. And yep, we're right here. This looks identical to real life right here. This is the exact spot. It's wild to see this in the game. Okay, they have a little spot up here to pull off where you can probably do that. But that's 64 right here, which they're calling 44 West. Okay, interesting. But that highway right there is 64. It takes you across into Illinois. And the St. Louis Cardinals Stadium's right here on our right. And then this is compressed down to this. That looks just like it, though. There's the bridge there. We continue down this highway. This is 55. It takes you to the brewery and all that. So I think we're going to do that. We're not going to get on 44 just yet. We're going to save that for another time. But we'll take 55 south here to the brewery, which should be coming up on our left here shortly. This is identical. This, that's wild to see. Yeah, Arsenal Street here is where the brewery is. I feel like I'm a tour guide here today. We're going to take the Arsenal Street exit. That's what this is right here with the little green thing. This is the brewery. Yep, there it is. That's the Budweiser Brewery. Home of Budweiser. They have awesome tours there. They have free tours and they have paid tours, but you can do the free tour, and it's really, really good, too, if you ever come through St. Louis. Definitely want to check that out. It's worth it. Ooh, wrong button. Let's go up into 5th there, buddy. Or we just won't go into 5th gear at all. We'll just go into 4th today. That'll work. There's the Lemp Mansion and stuff over on our right, which is a haunted mansion. We're in the old part of town here. That is identical. Right there, that road for the Budweiser Brewery. It is fantastic. And then they have another road that gets you back on the highway over there on the left, but it drives around to the front part of the brewery where you go in. I don't think they're going to have that modeled, but we're going to find out what they do have. Oh, you're just going for it, aren't you, buddy? Yep, don't worry about us. Again, work in progress. U.S. Beverage and Bottling. In real life, yeah, that's the exit to get on the highway, and then there's a side road that takes you around to the front of the brewery there. But that would say Budweiser. It'd have the Clydesdales on it there. This is so cool to see, though. Oh, they have the Clydesdales out front. You see that? Right there. There they are. Oh, man, that's so neat. This looks just like it, though. Like the bottling and packaging and all that stuff is further up here on the right. Right to our left there, that's where they have the Clydesdales at. Their little spot. And this is the plant, packaging plant and all that stuff there, and the actual brewery itself on our left. Yeah, you can see all the packaging buildings here. Doesn't look like they have all of the buildings, but we're going to go a little further to the left here. This is where you would go to if you were going to the tours here, but that is the Mississippi River right in front of us. I just wanted to see if there was like a way, if we continue down south, maybe there's a way to get a scenic point or something here. Kind of where that question mark is, but maybe not. All right, we finally got the green. That was a long light we just sat at there. Man, that took forever. Yep. Over here is towards the front part of the brewery. I know I'm over revving and stuff, but who cares? Yeah, I'm surprised. So I guess once they have Illinois started, they're going to move 64 across. I can't see them not adding 64. That's such an iconic drive. You know, National Lampoon's Vacation, all that stuff. When you're driving across the Mississippi River, that bridge, looking back at the arch, that is what that is. That's identical. Yep, that's how you get into the brewery right up there on the left. They have it modeled. And I hit another invisible thing because I'm too excited. All right, so it's 255 that's over here is what we're seeing, which is another spot here that is really compressed. And this would take you into Illinois as well, so I'm sure that's going to be a thing eventually, but this is like near Oakville, right where the tornadoes happened recently in St. Louis down here south. But that bridge right there is iconic. I used to go across that one all the time going to flight school back in the day. All right, I'm going to go ahead and just flip this thing around, and we'll see what the interchange is here. I'm sure it's going to be a tough one. It's going to be, yeah, that's how you go that direction, which we don't want to. We want to go the other way. There we go. Looking good. Hard to drive a stick shift and drive in the outside view here at the same time. But we're going to do it. We're doing it today. All right, so this is 255. So this is what turns into 270, which is the business loop that goes around St. Louis. So we're going to see what this is like. This should look a little familiar. Should look a little familiar. It's probably going to go straight to Highway 44 immediately, it looks like. This looks like 55 we're getting on a little bit here. We need to get on... Okay, they have 67, I see. This is confusing. Cape Girardeau and all that. Yeah, we're not going to St. Louis North. So we should see 44 before too long. This is the 55 interchange. It doesn't look... This part here does not look realistic to me. All right, let's go into our next gears here. I want to see where this road takes us. 67. Yeah, the way they have St. Louis laid out, it's very accurate whenever it's accurate, but, like, I don't know what is happening here. I need to see where we're at. We're on 67 going towards Park Hills and Poplar Bluff. Okay, I see where this is at. See, if we continue down 55, you'll go to Cape Girardeau and all that stuff. So, I'm sure that'll be for another video. But this kind of takes you out towards the Black River and all of that. the highway that if we stay on this, it looks like they might have the highway that takes us that way towards Springfield, where I got my first tornado last year. That's what it looks like to me. But let me know what you thought of Missouri in the comments below. I had a good time. Yeah, here's the big river right here. I know exactly where we're at. It's just so strange how compressed everything is. Throws you off a little bit, you know? But that'll do it for this episode of American Truck Sim. Checking out St. Louis, or checking out Missouri. St. Louis we saw a lot of today. Park Hills, and like, yep. I know where we're at. Yeah, anywho, I'll see you guys next time. Take care.